This is ABC 7 News, Chicago's #1 news, with Kevin Roy, Stacy Baca, and weather with meteorologist Phil Schwartz. This is ABC 7 News, Sunday morning.
Good morning. It is 6 a.m. on the nose on this Sunday morning, April 11th, 2010, the second Sunday of April. And welcome to ABC 7 News Sunday morning. I'm Kevin Roy. Glad to have you with us. Stacy Baca is off this morning. And let's begin with a check of the forecast. ABC 7's Phil Schwartz in the Weather Center, feeling very spring-like out there.
Absolutely, Kevin. You know, low. There more than that in a few minutes. Kevin?
All right, very good. Thank you, Phil.
Sure.
In the news this Sunday, a week of mourning began today in Poland, where that country is devastated by the death of its president. Lech Kaczynski and many other top leaders were killed in a plane crash while on their way to Russia. And today, the bodies of the victims are being taken to Moscow for identification. ABC's Jim Sciutto has the latest on the crash investigation. Governor Pat Quinn praised the late president as a courageous and dedicated champion of his nation who inspired Polish Americans.
People of Poland are freedom-loving.
And Poland's flag is at half-staff now outside the Polish consulate on North Lakeshore Drive in Chicago. A floral tribute to the victims is at the base of the flagpole. All day Saturday, grieving residents came to the consulate to sign a condolence book. Poland's consul general was a close friend to some of the victims. Many people in Chicago's Polish community tuned to WNVR after hearing news of the tragedy. It's a Polish radio station that's now trying to help its listeners recover from the airplane disaster. Some of those who phoned the station compared their sadness to America's grief after the 9/11 terror attacks. President Lech Kaczynski had planned to visit Chicago later this month to attend the Polish Constitution Day parade on May 1st. And stay tuned to ABC 7 News for continuing coverage of this story coming up on Good Morning America at 7 a.m. right here. Republican Party Chairman Michael Steele drew a standing ovation this weekend at the Southern Republican leadership in New Orleans. This was his first public appearance since the disclosure of questionable spending resulted in top aides cutting ties with him. Steele told the crowd that he's made mistakes. He's also talked about midterm elections.
From cap and trade to the fraudulent so-called stimulus.
6:12 now and ahead here on ABC 7 News Sunday morning. Our Hungry Hound checks out the local menus expanding to fill the need for gluten-free food. And as we go to break now, a live look outside. It's getting brighter out there. We are at 48 degrees right now. Some clouds are out there too, but will we eventually see some sun today? Phil's forecast is next. Welcome back on this Sunday morning. Phil's forecast coming up. He says it's going to be sunny this afternoon. Not quite as warm as yesterday, though. You know, almost every month it seems that restaurants are adding gluten-free items to their menus. The Hungry Hound found a pair of restaurants going out of their way to make gluten-free items delicious. Here's ABC 7's Steve Olinsky. Does look good, and this weekend's been pretty nice to get outside. Gorgeous day yesterday.
Yeah, we're on track to have one of our warmest Aprils ever if this keeps up. And
it's a good pace.
Yeah, and even though it's going to be cooler today, it's still going to be above normal. And by midweek, we're going right back into the 70s.
Right
so
on.
yeah,
keep it up.
Yeah, very nice for.
This is ABC 7 News, Sunday morning.
Good morning to all of you and happy Easter to those of you who celebrate this holiday. It is Sunday, April 4th. Nice to have you with us as we take a live look outside there at State Street. Awfully quiet out there at this early hour. Time is 6 o'clock. I'm Stacy Baca along with Kevin Roy.
We're both wearing pink. And
I know. And
for
Phil's
Easter
wearing
Sunday,
lavender.
Let's check it with Phil. And what's the forecast for this Easter Sunday, Phil?
Kevin, Stacy, pretty few minutes. Stacy and Kevin.
All right, Phil, thank you.
Sure.
In the news this Sunday, firefighters in the western suburbs rescued 2 people from a burning home early this morning. When they arrived on the scene, firefighters found flames shooting out the first and second floor windows. An older man was hanging out his second floor window with smoke pouring out around him. Firefighters brought the man down safely by ladder, and then they discovered an older woman in a back stairwell.
We got the ladder out and assisted the gentleman down.
No word yet on the conditions of those 2 victims, though they don't appear to be life-threatening. Investigators are trying to determine the cause of the blaze.
A 17 has been arrested in this case.
There's been a string of gun violence in Chicago this past week. More than 40 shootings have happened since Wednesday. At least 5 people have been killed. Reginald Myers died yesterday. He was shot Friday near 69th and Paulina, just a half mile from a news conference where Chicago Police Superintendent Jody Weiss was talking about the violence. Chicago police say they are trying to curb violence by increasing efforts to target those using guns illegally.
We have ratcheted up our...
Despite the latest violence, Chicago Police Department's latest crime stats show the crime is actually down 7.9%.
A plane came.
Still no charges in the shooting death of a mayor in downstate Washington Park. That's a small village located about 10 miles east of St. Louis. The body of 52-year-old Mayor John Thornton was found inside his car Thursday morning after it crashed into a tree. Police say he'd been shot 3 times at close range. Thornton was returning home from a second job. 2 persons of interest have been released from custody, and the investigation is continuing.
An Illinois
Gadget gurus are talking about getting their hands on Apple's new iPad. Many people waited for hours in the rain Saturday until the Apple Store on Michigan Avenue opened at 9 a.m. Now, the new device is a laptop that will play movies and some games, but there's no camera or physical keyboard. Still, fans came from far away to get one. The iPad starts at $499. Later this month, a new version capable of getting online via AT&T's wireless network will go on sale as well, and that one starts at $629.
Well, coming up later on this morning.
It's a wonderful story.
A wonderful gift. I mean, they're
Absolutely.
truly giving someone else the gift of life on that.
Very selfless. Time right now is 6:07, and coming up on ABC 7 News Sunday morning, Christians around the world celebrating Easter today. Thousands gathered for Easter Mass in St. Peter's Square this morning.
Coming up later, find out how hundreds of thousands of donated eggs are helping to make the holiday a little bit brighter for many needy families in the Chicago area.
And some creative ideas for spring gardening. One of the experts from the Chicago Botanic Garden joins us with some amazing containers. In the southwest suburbs, Cardinal George blessed baskets of food that will be served for today's holiday meals. The service taking place yesterday morning at Our Lady Mother of the Church Polish Mission in Willow Springs. The Cardinal told the congregation that food not only keeps our bodies together, but it keeps a people together as well. And he went on to say that where there is food, there is life. And where there is life, there is love.
We ask this through Christ our Lord. Communion of saints.
And last night, the Cardinal was the main celebrant during the Easter Vigil Liturgy. During the service at Holy Name Cathedral, a number of people were baptized and became full members of the Catholic Church. The Cardinal said that God had called them and brought them to this moment. He asked that God give them light and strength to follow Christ with resolute hearts. Today, Cardinal George is celebrating Easter Mass at Holy Name Cathedral. We'll have a live report coming up a little later in our newscast. And it's been a while since they had Easter Mass inside Holy Name.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be very nice. So again, stay tuned. We'll have that coming up at 8 o'clock. For right now, though, ahead on ABC